morning, everybody. We got some awesome stuff going on today. I'm going to pick up some new things here in a little while. I just got confirmation. It's going to be awesome. I finally figured out my interior situation, so that's out of the way. That's awesome. If you haven't watched yesterday's video, the Mark III squad completely took over Ace Cafe Orlando, shut it down. There was like 8 of us, and it was just completely amazing. If you haven't watched that, go check that out. But first, I need to change. I'm not wearing any Lord Lifestyle gear. Like, what am I doing? I will see you guys in a minute. All right, we're gonna change in that Lord Lifestyle gear. We're ready to get the day started, so let's go. You guys, it is a hot, ridiculously hot one today, but that is not gonna stop us because we got things to do. Also, yesterday was Miley's first like long drive that I've done so far. Drove absolutely amazing. Jerome also has done this the AEG swap on his intake before. He gave me some more pointers on things I can do to make it run better, which is awesome. Andy showed me how to delete all that stuff in the left side. So we might be able to get to that today. If not, it'll be for tomorrow, but she's running it, guys. So all of this stuff will be gone soon. This thing here, all these hoses, except for the AC line, will be gone. This is for emissions, I'm being told. Never really messed with it, but that can all leave. So the only thing I'm gonna have left is just this line for the AC, and it looks so much cleaner in there. We are leaving Miley behind today. We're taking Emma, so let's go pick up these parts. All right, we've got about a 45-minute drive before I'm there, but it's only gonna be about a second or so for you guys. So, all right, sorry, quick pause of the time travel. If this isn't the most accurate description of Florida, I don't like. Look at blue sky, black. Like, look at this. Like, look at that right now. Literally half and half. If this isn't the most accurate description of Florida, I don't know what is. You have death heat and sun and hurricane. Like this, look at that. It's straight down the middle. And I'm literally going straight into that. So this is gonna be a lot of fun getting these parts. But this is what I deal with. This is literally the most accurate description of Florida I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. Perfect half and half. All right, starting to rain now. I'm about 10 minutes out. I was trying my hardest to beat this rain. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen, but oh goodness, I'm like in the heart of this now. So hopefully it's not too terrible, but hopefully this goes pretty well. All right, just made it here, and what I'm picking up is coming out of that car right there. It's a Mark II GTI, so see if you guys can guess what I'm getting. All right, well, I'm cold. I'm really wet, but a little sneak peek right there. I'm not gonna show you just yet, but got something pretty cool. Had to pull them in the rain, but we got them, so we're headed back home, and I'll give you a full show of them. All right, back home now. The great thing about when it pours like that in Florida is usually it stops pretty quickly, and it dropped 20 degrees. It was like 98 when I left. It's like in the 70s now. Literally amazing weather. But let's get this unloaded and show you what I got. All right, so at this point, you probably have a pretty good idea of what I picked up, but let's take a look anyways. So I got Recaros, and more specifically, Mark II US spec Recaros. So they're a little different than the European Mark II Recaros, I'm told. I think they're a little bit wider, so they fit me a bit better. But Larry has the Mark II, the trophies, and they're a little bit more narrow than these are. I didn't go with the Mark IV GLI seats. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't find any Mark III. I could have found some Mark III Recaros, but that's a lot more money shipping from overseas. These were in Florida, 45 minutes away. Oh, I'm so excited for these things. All right, so looking at the seats, they're actually in amazing, like when I say they're in great condition. None of the plastic's broken. All the pieces work here and there. These are, like I said, the US Mark II GTI Recaros. They're pretty much the exact same diameter and like specs as the Mark III Recaros. I think they look super similar. Like I said, Larry's I think are a little bit more narrow. These are a bit wider and have nice big bolstering. Look at that. Oh yeah, race car seats. Super nice quality. Like I said, I'm not keeping this fabric, I don't think. I think I'm gonna do, actually I kind of really like this kind of grayish blue. Like there's red, blue, and gray stitching in here. I kind of like that a lot, so I might redo the fabric in the same thing. Obviously redo the Recaros to be nice and white. Keep this fabric and then do the black leather on the side so it matches the black leather seats. I'm not quite sure. Let me know what you think, but that's pretty cool. Or I might do all the seats like complete leather and then do a blue Recaro to match the car. I haven't quite decided yet. Let me hear your thoughts on that. But these seats, like I said, these are US spec Mark II Recaros. These pull out, the inserts come out right here. There's bolstering. The difference between the US and the UK or the European ones, I think it's the bolstering. I was told our bolstering, this is like velour fabric, and the other ones have like cloth and leather, and we just got just the velour. I believe that's what it is. I'm wrong, let me know, but that's what I was told. But I'm stoked on these seats. And I hadn't even sat in them yet, so let's go ahead and get our first sit here. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. Like the bolstering down here, it fits you really well. And I'm almost positive these ones are wider than Larry's, because Larry's fit me a bit more snug and my arms kind of hit. But these, I don't know, they feel really nice. They're comfy, they're in great condition. All the pieces work. I'm hyped about these. I might have to sit the rest of the day. This is nice. Some other things that Recaros have that the normal like Mark III seats don't have. They have these right here, so you can pull up and lift it forward. I believe only the I believe only the GTI ones have that because it's a two-seater, so you got to pull this forward. But I like that because it's fancy. It looks cool. All of these knobs work. The go forward and backwards works really nice. These ones have seat belts on them. I don't need these. I'm gonna take that off. I believe I'm not gonna need that anymore on either one. I have them in the centers and the sides. I think that's what like the automatic, like that when you close the door it would pull the belt over you. I think that's what that is. But I don't need that. But I'm hyped on these. And another really amazing thing about these seats, the foam inside them is like near perfect. There's no like big gouges, divots, some of that. So when I have them redone, I don't have to do any foam bolstering work. It's just new fabric and they're ready to go, which is awesome. Like, oh, I'm just hyped. Like these, oh, yes. I don't know, you guys. This fabric is honestly like this center fabric here, the stitching in the blue. It's really growing on me. So I don't know. I might, if I can find that fabric, I might redo the centers in the exact same fabric because the top piece here pulls out and so does the bottom. Have the Recaro redone in white, make that look mint, and then do my bolstering on the outside and the headrest on black leather to match like my door cards and stuff. And I would also have to find the fabric, and I would have to do, I'm keeping my rear seats obviously, do the center sections of my seats back here in that same fabric over there. So the fronts and rears would match, leather on the side to match the door cards, and the rest of the black interior inside there. Let me know what you think on that idea, or if I should leave the rear seats as they are, as all leather, and just have these done in all leather, and then do either a white Recaro or a blue Recaro to match the car. Can't quite decide yet. Or maybe should I just look for like other fabric besides this fabric, or keeping it all leather and see what I can find. I mean, there's tons of like fabrics out there that have different blues in them, this and that. So I mean, there's a lot of options that I now have. So we're gonna explore them all. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of the seats, what I should do, and I'll try to take them all into consideration, and we'll pick something amazing out for Miley. The interior's gonna be looking so good. Now, the big question I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, will these Mark II US spec Recaros, are they a direct fit into Mark IIIs? And the answer is no, they're not. There's a couple different ways you can go about doing it, but the bases, like I have extra bases right here. These are Mark III seats, measured from right here to right there. The base on Mark IIIs is 21 inches from right to left, or left to right when you look at it. The bases on the Mark IIs is only 19, so you got 2 inches you need to extend. So you can go about putting, I can cut those bases off, put the Mark III bases on the Mark IIs, direct fit, good to go. You can cut a little piece off and just weld it over farther, or I was reading somewhere you can use like a jack or like a press or like that, and you can actually press the bases out 2 inches. It's not that far. It's only like that far. So, and you can press the bases out, and it can work that way. I think I'm gonna try that option first. Maybe not today if I have time, but that's how I'm gonna try it first. If not, I have a spare set of seats there. There's plenty of seats for Mark IIIs that you can just cut the bases off. That's not a big deal. But yeah, there's like 3 or so options of how to fit those in the Mark IIIs, but they are not a direct fit. They are not a direct fit. The one thing I am gonna have to check on is if my Beetle headrests will fit on these seats. I don't know if they do or not. I think the bases might be not wide enough to fit these, but it's a possibility. I'm gonna check it out. If I can, I'll put the Beetle headrest on here, but there's also like the, if you've seen the Recaro headrests that are like a little bit bigger than these, and they have like the mesh in the middle, those also look really awesome. There's a lot of options for headrests for these seats, but if I can make the Beetle headrest fit from those seats to these, that's what I will try and do. So I have about an hour or so before I have to leave, so I'm not gonna mess with the bases on these just yet, but these seats are kind of dirty. They have some stuff on them. We're gonna get them cleaned up real quick and see how they look after that. All right, the seats are vacuumed. All the plastic bits have been wiped down, and I have to say, for seats that are 29 years old, those are in pristine condition. Absolutely amazing. So for now, these are just gonna chill until I figure out what I'm gonna do with the fabric wise. And then once I figure that out, they're off to the upholstery shop, and then we'll be into the car. And of course, getting the bases messed with. I might try that tonight if I have some time, we'll see. I have to leave here in just a minute, but I'll catch up with you guys tonight. Alright, I am back home. It's a little bit later now, but I'm kind of determined to fit these Mark II seats in my car, at least to get them ready to go. That way when I send them out, they can just get redone and put back in the car. Pretty simple. I looked at the forums on VW Vortex. I'll link the forum below. There's 3 different ways that I found on there that you can do this. One way, you can cut and add a piece of metal, I think on the outside, and extend it 2 inches to make the base match. If you leave the Mark II base on there, you can get Mark III European Recaro bases. Those are plug and play apparently. Pull these bases off, put those bases on. Easy as that. And then one guy wrote, he used his, like I told you earlier, he used his jack and just spread the bases out and just widened them himself. And he said it took him like 5 minutes, fit right in the car. So I'm gonna try that way. If for some reason I mess this up, I mean, I can always probably bend it back, but I have Mark III rails there I can use. I can always cut it. I mean, there's plenty of ways to fix if I mess this up, but I'm gonna try this way. So if it works, that'll be the easiest way to do it. No cutting, no welding, just use a jack and spread some stuff. So let's see if we can get this done. Alright, gonna give you guys a quick comparison, like side by side, of the Mark III seats versus the Mark II Recaros. And I actually could probably pull out that seat. This over here, I'm not gonna pull it out, it's way too much work, but that's like the base model seat that had like no bolstering on it, but that's not that important. But this, okay, so this is the GLX leather seat. As you can see, it has bolstering, boom and boom, and up there as well, but not near as much bolstering as the Recaro has. Way more bolstering down here. The inserts pull out, and if you look back here, the Recaro seats are way taller than these seats. Like the top of the headrest is about the same height as theirs, so this one's way taller. And these ones are a bit narrower. Like you look from the front here, these are pretty wide. These are a lot more narrow. They hug you really tight around here, which is awesome. Bigger bolstering. The lip comes out more for leg support. So yeah, there's a pretty good side-by-side comparison of Mark II Recaros, which are very similar to Mark III Recaros, so basically the same thing, compared to the Mark III seat over here. Alright, I put the first seat into the test fit. I didn't change the bracket yet. As you can see down there, that side isn't in the rails. It's just sitting there, but that rail fits and the front fits. So there's 3 mounting points for Mark III seats, 1, 2, and 3. 2 of the 3 on the Mark II will fit inside. But honestly, like, even though I haven't put this one in yet, like it's solid in there. It's clicked in, it doesn't move back and forth. So I mean, it's in there and it sits nice. So kind of tempted just to leave like that, but I know I shouldn't. So I'm gonna try and widen it real quick. I mean, like it works fine just like that. I just don't want the brace sitting on the carpet itself. That's what a hole eventually probably. But it looks good in there. It fits nicely. I love how it feels. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, and I also took off these here, the little seatbelt things that were on the Mark II ones, that one and that one. I pulled those off because those are too wide and don't fit, because they'll hit on this side and they'll hit over there. So you have to pull those off if they're on. And this right here is actually the Mark III seat seatbelt clip-in thing. I pulled that one off because I don't know how to get, I'll show you over here. I couldn't get this off of this one. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to get it off. So I just swapped the whole thing out. You might not have to do that, but I took that one off and I swapped it. It works just fine. So that's how this is in here for now. So I'm gonna pull it back out, see if I can widen it. If not, I might just like this because yeah, that's easy. I like easy and I'm lazy. Alright, so I guess this is how I'm gonna try this. I have my jack in between the 2 legs there. That one's holding the bottom one. This one's gonna push this one. You only want to move the outside one out. I may use the torch over there to heat this up to make it move easier. So let's just see how this goes. Either this is gonna work or I'm gonna ruin everything. But if you don't have a welder or access to someone to cut it and weld it, I guess this is a pretty good option. Or just leaving it with the Mark II base and having one side sit on the floor. So we're gonna give it a shot. If it works, there's a nice fun way. If it doesn't work, well then whatever. Alright, update, it's about midnight and I'm about done working on this, but I got it pretty close. Rafa with the Harlequin showed me a little trick. You actually need to cut this bracket out, and then you can push from here and move the arm further out and then do this. So I'm gonna cut tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. Cut this one out, and maybe I don't touch that one, but maybe cut both of these 2 arms out. Then I can press back here and push the whole arm out. But it's pretty close, and they fit in the car. Like I said, you can fit them in the car with not touching at all. You're just not gonna have one bracket and one of the sliders. It depends on how you want it. I'm kind of tempted just to do that, but I also want to try and make this work for you guys. So tomorrow we'll get to that. So I'm gonna wrap tonight's video here. Sorry, the finish system, I mean, you get to see it in the car at least once, but Haven't finished the bases just yet. It's a little bit of work, but it's not too bad. Once I was kind of doing it the wrong way. I didn't know how to cut those. I thought I might have had to cut those off, but I was just going at it. I'm kind of tired anyways, but you need to cut those off. Then you can push it out, or if you want to weld pieces in, either or will work. But I will see you guys in the morning. If you are new, please subscribe. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace out.